Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fumble Sports Show on this Thursday. It is so wonderful to have you with us, no matter the platform you're watching on: TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and of course on Twitter X. What a great day. What an amazing month. What an amazing year. What a great life it is for all of us out there. We get to watch some sports tonight, and specifically, we get a battle in the NFC East that will have playoff implications, and not just in real NFL, but also in fantasy football, as the Washington Commanders do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles in what could be one of the best Thursday night football games we've ever seen on Amazon Prime. Since Amazon Prime bought the rights to Thursday Night Football, we've gotten a lot of shit games. We've gotten a lot of duds. We've got a lot of chicken salad. They didn't have so much salad in it. And now we finally get a great game. So pumped for it. Hope you are as well. Welcome into the show, everyone. We're going to be answering fantasy football questions for at least the next hour, if not more. We'll probably take calls at some point as well. So excited to have you with us. Let's get at it, everybody. Looking forward to talking a lot of football with you guys tonight. Xander Simmons is asking Jaden Daniels or Joe Burrow. Very, very close for me between these two teams, but I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards Joe Burrow. I flipped around on this one with Brian Robinson Jr. playing. Xander Simmons, I'm going to go Joe Burrow on it. Adrian Gotways, Pitts or Goddard. I lean just slightly towards Pitts. I would go Pitts on that one, though I don't love the matchup for either player. Xander Simmons also asks, start three: Lamb, Cup, DK, Terry, Wilson, or Amari Cooper. Right now, Xander, I'm leaning DK, Scary Terry, and Wilson. I'll go Cup, I'll go DK, Scary Terry, and Wilson. DK, Scary Terry, and Wilson. Part of my concern about Cooper Kupp and the Rams right now is which player has Christian Gonzalez on them. If it's Puka, I don't like Puka. If it's Kupp, I don't like Kupp. Because right now, Christian Gonzalez is a quilt in the summertime. He will suffocate you. He is amazing right now. Ryder, Terry, or Debo. I would go Debo on that one, Ryder. I'd go Debo. Tony B671, Smith on his birthday or Jennings. I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards... I'll lean just slightly, actually, I think, towards Devontae Smith. It's very, very close. Am I crazy about it? No. But I do think there may be a little birthday magic. Overall, though, I do think Jennings is the better start, though I think there is some birthday magic there. Also, sit Cook for B-Rob. Man, that's a coin flip right there. Robinson Jr. may get you the touchdown, but I think James Cook's actually the better play, bizarrely. Ryan May or Kirk Cousins. I'm hearing some rumors about Kirk Cousins' health that have me a little bit concerned. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to play this week. There are actually some rumors. He did practice today, so maybe that's good news. There were some rumors yesterday that Michael Penix Jr. may play, but Ryan, I'd go Drake May. I'd go Drake May for now. Anthony, start two: Lamb, Puka, or K9. I'd go Puka and K9. Puka and K9. Daniel, Nix or Stroud. I think it's close between the two. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Nix. Daniel, I lean slightly towards Nix for the moment. Close, though. Kobe Lee, Russell Wilson, or Bo Nix. I like them both. I'm going to go Russell Wilson on that one, just barely. Jude, should I trade Jaden Daniels and Zay Flowers for Nico Collins, Nick Chubb, and Debo? The answer is yes. I actually think you're winning that deal. Lou Perio, Ladd, Shakir, Waddle, or J-Mo. I'd go J-Mo. J-Mo just ahead of Shakir. Xander Simmons, start 2-month Kyron, Pollard, Rashad. Kyron and Rashad, I would say. Stivo's channel, would you trade Dobbins for Swift? If you're worried about the schedule, I get it, but it's a very lateral move for me. Thoughts on Daniels tonight? I think he has a good game. I don't think he has the best game of his career. Luke Dalton, Ridley, or Tyreek Hill this week? I think Calvin Ridley's actually the better play, bizarrely. DJ Khaled Asparagus, I'd go Russell Wilson. DJ Khaled Asparagus, Russell Wilson. Bob, drop Koo for Jason Sanders. Not a bad idea this week. Calvin, I'd go Pearsall over Judy. Pearsall over Judy just barely. Anthony, Start 2, Terry, BTJ, or Jawan Jennings. I lean slightly towards BTJ, and I'll go Scary Terry. BTJ and Scary Terry in a very close call. Wingman, D-Hop, or Jennings. I'm going to go Jennings on that one. I go Jennings on that one. Squalls, 368. Trade Chuba Hubbard for Pickens. Yes, I am good with that deal. Him, start D-Hop or Mooney. I think both are bad plays this week. I lean slightly towards D-Hop. D-Hop just barely. Xander Simmons, it's Kyron and Monty. Kyron and Monty. Stivo's channel, would you drop Ferguson for Judy? At this moment, I would consider it. San V, I'd start Taysom Hill. San V, I'd start Taysom Hill. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being you, because you're awesome, and we appreciate having you as a viewer of the show. Breaking news in the NFL. Breaking news in the NFL. Harrison Butker, kicker of the Chiefs, is injured. Harrison Butker, kicker of the Chiefs, is injured and expected to go on the IR. This is actually big news for not just Chiefs fans, but for a lot of you fantasy owners, since Harrison Butker has been one of those set it and forget it players in the league. Harrison Butker most likely going on IR. That is a big injury to some of you folks out there. Wingman, I'd go Jacobs over Brown. Wingman, Jacobs over Brown. Jun King, I'd start Zay Flowers. And I'd start Zay Flowers, and I lean just slightly towards Ladd McConkey. Flowers and Ladd McConkey, Jun King, though it's very close. Evan, Devontae Smith, or Debo. I think I lean Debo. Close, though. I lean Debo. Kevin, I traded Lamb and B-Rob for JT, Zay, and McConkey. Kevin, love the deal. Jake, Daniels or Knicks? I lean Knicks. I think Knicks is actually the better play this week. Adrian got ways, pick 2. I'm worried about Devontae Adams because he had some injuries pop up. He's sick, but I think Devontae Adams and Sutton are the two best plays. Adrian Gotways, I'd go Adams and Sutton. Xander Simmons, Koo or the Chiefs' new kicker? Well, until I know who the Chiefs' new kicker is, I'm going to go Koo, just because that's a giant question mark for me. Bench 1, Swift, McLaurin, Lamb, or D. Adams. I'm probably going to bench Swift. I'll probably bench Swift. Even though I don't like Lamb's matchup, I still think I trust Lamb more than DeAndre Swift right now. Lucas, Herbert, or Jaden Daniels? Coin flip game. I think it's Jaden Daniels. I think it's a coin flip between the two. Very close. Justin Herbert does have a better matchup, but I like Jaden Daniels' rushing capabilities a little bit more. Probably, Lucas, I'm going to flip on this. I'll go Herbert. It's close, though. It's close. I really want to say Daniels because I think he could get you some rushing value. Colby, Nick Chubb, or James Cook in a close call. Very close call. Nick Chubb's got the better matchup. No bones about it. Nick Chubb has the better matchup. So I think I'm going to lean Nick Chubb. Very close, but I'm going to lean, I think, towards Nick Chubb. KC's run defense is just too good. Jake, Kyler and Jamar Chase for Kamara and Hurts. I'd rather have Kyler and Jamar Chase. I'd rather have Kyler and Jamar Chase. DJ Khaled, Asparagus, pick 3. I'd go Debo, Nico, and Wilson. Howdy to ya. I'd go Debo, Nico, and Wilson on that one. Raph, start McLaurin or Robinson Jr. as a flex tonight. Very close on this. Very close. The Eagles are a very good run defense. They're a very good pass defense. I think there are challenges for both. I'm going to lean towards Brian Robinson Jr. just barely because when it's a question of running back versus wide receiver, I tend to lean towards the running back because their carries will usually, in almost all situations, outpace the number of targets or catches the receiver would have. So I lean towards the running back on that one. Anthony, DK Metcalf, or Tillman, close. But I'm going to go Cedric Tillman. I think Tillman's matchup's fantastic. Happy hour. I traded Tay and CD for Saquon. Did I overpay? Not by as much as it sounds. It is maybe a slight overpay, but to be honest, you really traded 2 wide receiver 2s for 1 RB1. I think it's a fine deal. Happy hour. I don't have that big a problem with it. No matter the platform you're watching on, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. We will be giving out picks. We are going to give out picks for tonight's Thursday night football game. So we've gotten some live goal confetti. So we actually owe you guys a pick. Every time we get the live goal confetti, we put a pick up on the board. I have picks tonight for the NBA, the NHL, and of course for the NFL. So we've got a bunch of picks to give out tonight. First pick that I'm going to put up on the board, I am taking Eagles on the money line. But I'll make this a 2-for-1. Even though I'm taking Eagles on the money line, I'm taking the Commanders to cover, and I'm taking it at the +4.5. I'm moving it just by a half point. I've got Eagles money line, but I'm taking Commanders +4.5. I think this game is going to be much, much closer than some people think, so keep your eye on that. I do have another pick to give out because we just got some more live goal confetti. I want to show this one to you guys right now because the market's been moving on this. Saquon Barkley, and I want him for rushing yards. Rushing yards right now, I can get it at 79.5, but it depends on the sports book. I like it at that 79.5, but again, make sure you're getting it on FanDuel at -180. In his last 10 home games, he's only gone over this total 5 times, but since becoming an Eagle, 3 of his 4 games in Philadelphia, he's hit 80 rushing yards. I'm going to take that as well. Saquon Barkley over 79.5 rushing yards. So not only do I have the Eagles winning and the Commanders covering, I have Saquon Barkley getting to 80 rushing yards. A play I probably like even more than the rushing yards, though, before we get back to your fantasy questions, is the rushing plus receiving yards. This has been a phenomenal play. Very, very strong in his time as an Eagle so far at home. Again, 3 out of the 4 games. If you only want to take the rushing yards, I get it, but you could also take this at over 99.5 rushing plus receiving yards. That would be another one I'd consider, is Saquon Barkley over 99.5 rush plus receiving yards. So we like Saquon Barkley to get at least 80 rushing yards. We like Saquon Barkley to get at least 100 all-purpose yards. Those are 2-player prop bets we have on the board. More confetti, more picks. That's how we do things here. And if you guys don't want to wait around and you want to see every bet that I make every single day, DM me on Instagram. Fumble Sports, DM me on Instagram. I give away all of my picks for free every day because you guys know I don't think anybody should charge for picks. I think that's bad voodoo, bad mojo, a bad way of doing business. So I give out my picks for free. Tyler Good, I'd go Taysom Hill. Tyler Good, Taysom Hill. Caden Sanders, would Ladd and BTJ for Terry be a good trade? I think it's a little bit too much value, funny enough. I think it's an okay trade, but you might actually lose out on the value just by a smidge. Back to more questions. Connor, Laporta and Terry for Kelsey. Really interesting question. Connor, I think you're giving up a little bit too much value, but that's actually a very close trade. I think it's probably a little bit too much. I wish it were Laporta and a slightly... If it were like Laporta and Mooney, that's what I'd be willing to give up. Terry might be like a smidge too much. Louie, they want JT Higgins for CeeDee and Josh Jacobs. Hell no. Tell him to go take a hike. No way, Louie. Gio, Andrews or Kraft? I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. I will go Tucker Kraft just barely. Jack, Ertz or Knox if Kincaid is out? I'm going to lean slightly towards Knox if Kincaid is out, but you don't know that just yet. So I'm actually going to go Ertz. Believe it or not, I like Ertz in a matchup of him going up against the Eagles. A storyline we haven't, frankly, heard enough about this week is Zach Ertz going up against his former team. Wingman, McManus or Dicker rest of season. Probably leaning Dicker the kicker. Ryan Patron, I'd go Sutton over Downs. Jude, my trade looks like Jaden Daniels-Zay and Rico Dowdle or Tank Dell for Nico Collins and Debo. If it's for Rico Dowdle, I'm okay with it, but I think you're giving up a little bit too much value anyways. Tony Delgado, good afternoon to you. Wingman, I would go Ingram. I do go Ingram. Eric Anderson, I'd go Barkley and Achan. Eric Anderson. Jaden Lee, guy in my league trying to do Saquon for Kenneth Walker, Debo in London. I think it's too much. So are you getting the Debo side or are you getting the Walker, Debo, and London side? I think it's a pretty good trade for the Walker, Debo, and London side, to be honest. I think that's plenty in return. Shazzy, I'd go Hunter Henry. Shazzy, I'd go Hunter Henry. Edgar, I'd go Brian Robinson Jr. Edgar, Brian Robinson Jr. Colt, I trust him more if he did something with that hair. I am getting a haircut tomorrow. I promise you guys I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I know you guys have been making fun of the hair. It's kind of gotten out of control. I've just been lazy with it, to be honest with you. I am getting a haircut tomorrow, so this goes away. I know this is the part that doesn't look good. Like, if this wasn't here, we'd look fine. But this looks ridiculous. So, no, we're getting a haircut tomorrow, everybody. Don't worry. Jaden Lee, I don't like the trade. I think you're giving up too much, Jaden Lee. Jack, do I wait on Kincaid or play Ertz? I play Ertz tonight. Gio, Nix or Herbert, I'd go Bo Nix. Elijah, I'd go Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. Noah Holland, trade Hopkins for Chase Brown. I'm okay with it, believe it or not. Louie, I'm looking to trade off JT and Higgins. What should I look? Open-ended questions, take too long, not our style, bud. One slumpy man. Who at QB? I'd go Goff. One slumpy man, I'd go Jared Goff. Justin Eubanks, I'm going to go Josh Allen by a small margin, and here's why. I think he gets a rushing touchdown. I feel like it's very close, Justin Eubanks, between the two. I'm going to go Josh Allen, but I think it's close. Voyager, start 2. Voyager, I'd go JSN and Devontae Smith. Voyager, JSN, and Devontae Smith would be the 2. User 8900, trade Chase Brown and Jennings for CD and Pacheco. Interesting idea. I don't like it, to be honest with you. I don't like it. You're giving away players who have value and taking on question marks. Frankly, I think Chase Brown's pretty valuable right now, so I don't love the deal. I'd say no. Josh Martinez, Pollard, or Madison. I think Madison's actually the better start this week. Pierce O'Hagan, I'd go Njoku. Pierce O'Hagan, I'd go David Njoku. Brian, trade Achane and Reed for Evans and Bijan. I actually think that's okay. Brian, I'm not crazy about it for this week, but once Evans comes back, I think it's probably a fair trade. Brian, I'll say yes to it. Hope you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying the show. Gio, I'd go Tillman. Champagne, I'd go Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts, I'll put this one up on the big board as well since I'm mentioning it. I think Jalen Hurts gets a rushing touchdown today. Jalen Hurts, anytime TD, I have that as a bet. So I think Jalen Hurts gets a rushing touchdown. I also think he probably has at least one passing touchdown and some good passing yardage. So overall, I'm going to say Jalen Hurts is the better play than Josh Allen. Shazzy, I'd go Tillman over BTJ. Very close, but I'm going to go Tillman over BTJ in what's a very, very small margin play. Tight. Wingman currently in first. Traded Kupp, Terry, and Najee for Justin Jefferson. Thoughts? Think he gave up too much on that one. P. Asha, pick 3. Cook, Kareem Hunt, Waddle, Downs, and Dobbs. P. Asha, I'd go Kareem Hunt. I'd go... Wow. P. Asha, I'd go Hunt. Waddle. I'd go Hunt, Waddle, and Cook. Hunt, Waddle, and Cook, Piasha. It's close, but Hunt, Waddle, and Cook. Shonk 13, start 3. I'd go Wilson, I'd go Dell, and I'd go Jennings. Shonk 13, Wilson, Dell, and Jennings. Mr. Magic, 7-3 is the third seed. It's a start 8 league. 1 cube. Okay. Looks like a strong team. Who is Bossman 7? Should I trade Sutton, Cook, and McConkey for T. Higgins and Gibbs? The answer is yes. But the issue is, can T. Higgins stay healthy? If T. Higgins is healthy, I love this trade. If he's not, you lose out. I say yes to the deal, though. Mr. Magic, Mr. Magic, we don't answer open-ended questions. They take a lot of time. There are a lot of variables involved in a trade that we don't know what other owners are likely to do and other things, so we don't answer open-ended questions. Sorry. Do some research and come back to us. Jordan, would you trade Tank Dell and A.J. Brown for Garrett Wilson and Flowers? No, I feel like it's a lateral move, if not a step backwards. DRXPZ, I'd go Dicker. DRXPZ, I'd go Dicker the kicker. Barack, start 2. Barack, I'd start Tyreek Hill and Jamison Williams. Tyreek Hill and Jamison Williams on that. Pierce, I'd go Debo. Pierce, I'd go Debo just oof. Just barely ahead of Ramondre. I'd go Debo just barely ahead of Ramondre, though it's close. What should you do with Tyreek Hill? Bad matchup this week, but I'd still probably start him. CJ Young, start 2. I'd start Montgomery, and I would start Metcalf. I'd start Montgomery and Metcalf. Riley, we got that one. Darius, I'd go Tillman. Darius, I'd go Tillman. Jake, I'd go Hurts. Jake, I'd go Jalen Hurts. Daniel Feldman, I'd go Sutton and Ingram. Daniel Feldman, Sutton, and Ingram would be the plays. Gio, I'd go Achan. I'd go Kareem Hunt, and I'd go Josh Jacobs. Gio, Achan, Hunt, and Jacobs. Blades, I'd go Brian Robinson Jr. Blades, Brian Robinson Jr. Ryan Garner, CeeDee Lamb, and Tracy for Achan and Terry. Ryan, if I'm getting Achan and Terry, I do it. Achan and Terry, and I do it. New DK. What do I think a worthy rest of season? His value has come down. He had wide receiver 1 potential when they were obviously without DeAndre Hopkins. Now, I feel like he's a wide receiver 2. And in that offense, he's really the 3rd receiving option, obviously, with Travis Kelce. So he's not as valuable as he was a month ago. DYL, pick 3. DYL, I'd go Jacobs, Taylor, and Montgomery. DYL, Jacobs, Taylor, and Montgomery, and I'd go Njoku. I'd go Njoku over a Hawkinson. Pat, do I risk playing Ertz tonight with Kincaid questionable? Yes, I would go Zach Ertz tonight over waiting on Kincaid. Jake, I'd go Hurts over Darnold. Jake, Hurts over Darnold. Playoff more. Bucky and Worthy for Pacheco on a 9-1 record. I think there's a lot of risk to it. I don't love it as much as you want me to. I understand it, but I don't know if I do it. Mantis, I'd go Njoku. Mantis, I'd go Njoku. CJ Young, what are your thoughts on Debo rest of season now that CMC is back? A little value comes away in the run game, but actually he picks up value in the receiving game because defenses have to respect the run game with McCaffrey. I think Debo's value is actually pretty good. Mr. Magic, start 3. Mr. Magic, I'd go Jacobs, I'd go Tillman, and I'd go Smith. Jacobs, Tillman, and Smith, Mr. Magic. Jacob, Tillman, and Smith. Hope you guys are enjoying the content in the show. Barack, I'd go Andrews. Barack Z, I'd go Andrews. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We're live almost every single day, so make sure you never miss a time when we go live. Hit that follow button. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports, no matter the platform you're on. Micah, I'd go Josh Allen. Micah, Josh Allen just barely. Close, though. Jack, I'd go Flowers and Smith. Flowers and Smith, Jack. Flowers and Smith. Diego Martinez, I'd go Stroud. Diego Martinez, I'd go Stroud. Bilbo Swaggins, I'd go Stevenson and Chubb. Bilbo Swaggins, I'd go Stevenson and Nick Chubb. Brandon Polk, I'd go Tank Dell. Brandon Polk, I'd go Tank Dell. Dimitri, trade JK and Monty for Bijan. I think you're giving up a little bit too much value because I think Montgomery is probably as good an own as Bijan is. Unwanted Viper, trade DK Metcalf for Chuba Hubbard. Is it fair? I'd rather own DK Metcalf. I know Chuba Hubbard's played well. It probably is closer to a fair trade than I want to admit, but I still don't want to give up DK just yet for that play. Matt R. Jack, Bateman, MVS, or Knox. I'd go MVS. Matt R. Jack, I'd go MVS. Diego Garcia, I'd go Ertz. Diego Gonzalez. Diego Gonzalez, I'd go Ertz. Diego Gonzalez, I'd go Ertz on that one. CJ Young, would you trade Jennings and Bigsby for Pollard? The answer's probably yes, believe it or not. Not for this week, but for the rest of the season, I actually like the deal. Barack, I'd go Stevenson. Barack, I'd go Stevenson. Wild Jeff, trade J.K. Dobbins for DK? Yes. Yes, I would. OBS, I'd go... OBS, I probably would do the trade, and I would start the Dolphins defense this week. So yes to the trade and Dolphins defense. Justin Eubanks, did you get yourself some shirts? The Maddox and the Griffey shirts? If you guys haven't checked out our shirts yet, go to our store at buttfumblesports.com. Check them out. Justin Eubanks, go get yourself one. Nuv DK, drop worthy for Ridley? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Caleb, who are your must-starts this week? I do have a few must-starts. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button as I read them out. A couple of players I would absolutely start this week. Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a must-start for me. Really like Russell Wilson as well, and big on Bo Nix. So Goff, Wilson, and Bo Nix are two players I really like this week. As for the running backs, Saquon Barkley this evening is a must-play. Saquon Barkley is a must-play. Love Breece Hall this week. Love Jonathan Taylor this week. I think Nick Chubb and Devon Achane have a lot of value. Josh Jacobs is another good play. So Barkley, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Kyren Williams, Nick Chubb, Achane, Josh Jacobs, just a few names I like. At the wide receiver position, Calvin Ridley, Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, George Pickens, Cortland Sutton, and Ladd McConkey are a few names that I like. And at tight end, David Njoku is someone I'm very high on. I'd also be pretty big on Taysom Hill. So David Njoku and Taysom Hill, a couple of tight ends that I really like this week as well. Make sure you guys are hitting the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. Sandman, I'd go Cortland Sutton. Sandman, I'd go Cortland Sutton. Carter, I'd go Kraft. Carter, I'd go Kraft. J.H. Moyer, Tyreek and Hunt for Bijan? No, J.H. Moyer, I wouldn't do it. Blade Bone Z, I'd go Chase Brown. Blade Bone Z, I'd go Chase Brown. Shonk 13, I think Estime is a decent play, but I think there's a lot of question marks around him. You can do it, just know there's some risk associated with it. Truth Seeker, I'd go Reed over Allen. Truth Seeker, Reed over Allen. Rob, I'd go Burrow over Daniels. Burrow over Daniels. And Tillman or Jennings rest of season, I think it's a coin flip. I think it's probably Tillman rest of season. But specifically for this week, Tillman is a great play. Tillman's a great play this week. Yeah, JH, I don't like it. I knew you were getting the Bijan side. I'm not crazy about it. War Eagle, I'd go Joe Burrow. War Eagle, I'd go Joe Burrow. Blood, start two. Blood, I'd go DK and Smith. DK and Devontae Smith would be the two I'd go with. Zario, pick two. I'd go Jacobs and Tillman. Zario, Jacobs and Tillman would be the two. Vince, Chubb and Pollard for Cup. I would probably say yes. It's very close because Pollard's got a really good schedule for the playoffs and fantasy, but I do think it's a decent trade. Arturo, would you give up Marvin Harrison Jr. for Chuba Hubbard and Debo? The answer is yes, actually. Mike, what do you think of Worthy this week? Don't like him this week. Not high on him. Not high on him enough to play him at least. Blade Bone Z, I'd go Tillman just barely ahead of Ridley. Blade Bone Z, I'd go Tillman just barely ahead of Ridley, though it's very close. Mr. Magic, rest of season, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Rest of season, I still think the running game value of Daniels pushes him over the top. Pat, I'd go Quentin Johnston. Pat, I'd go Quentin Johnston just barely ahead of Elijah Moore. Noah Lauren, I'd go Taysom Hill. Noah Lauren, Taysom Hill. Matt Holiday, I'd go Mason. Matt Holiday, I'd go Mason. What do you think of Scary Terry this week? Not a great matchup. Think he has a decent game, but don't think he has one of his better ones. Tino, Breece Hall. I'd go Breece Hall over Hopkins. Breece Hall over Hopkins. War Eagle, I'd go Tillman. War Eagle, I'd go Tillman. Mantis, I'd go Njoku. Mantis, I'd go Njoku. DYL, I'd go A.J. Brown and Nico Collins. A.J. Brown and Nico Collins. I'll put another pick up on the board, everybody. We haven't gotten some confetti in a while, but I'm going to give out this pick. I've got an A.J. Brown touchdown as well. So I don't just have Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. I've got A.J. Brown anytime touchdown as well. So I think there are going to be a couple points scored in this one, and I think A.J. Brown gets 6. Hunter McKnight, I'd go Hill, Ridley, and Scary Terry. Hill, Ridley, and Scary Terry. Don't like the matchup for Mooney this week, Hunter. So Hill, Ridley, and Scary Terry. Blood, I'd go Stafford. Stafford over Darnold. Don't like Darnold's matchup this week. Stafford over Darnold. Moby, Adams, DK, or Puka, pick 2. I'd go Adams and DK. Adams and DK would be the 2. User 809, believe it or not, I'd go Jameis Winston. User 809, I think Jameis Winston could have a massive game. User 37, I'd go Estime. User 37, I'd go Estime. Trade Burrow for Love and Sutton? Yes, I probably would actually. Once Jordan Love is healthy, and I'm banking the bye week was helpful. Once he's healthy, I like him a lot. Ryan Mooney, Terry, J. Reed, or Dobbins at the flex. I'm probably leaning towards Reed. Reed just barely over Scary Terry, though it's close. User 98, I'd go Russell Wilson. User 98, I'd go Russell Wilson. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Mike, pick 3. Mike, I'd go Adams. I'd go Higgins, and I'd go Ridley. Mike, Adams, Higgins, and Ridley. Adams, Higgins, and Ridley. Do you think Chuba Hubbard's still an RB1 or RB2? And you know what? Jonathan Brooks hasn't played. So when you're saying when he's back, he hasn't played a game in the NFL yet. So I can't rely on him. I can't trust him. There's nothing about him that I like as of this moment. Logan, Eckler, Ertz, or Pittman. I probably go Ertz. Logan, I lean Ertz, I think barely over Eckler. Close, but I like Ertz. Shane Gribbins, would you trade London for DK and Chuba Hubbard? The answer is probably yes. Close, but yes. OBS, I probably go Sanders, but I don't really care. I don't really care about kicker questions, to be honest with you. I think they're coin flips, and I think they're just as good if you research it on your own. So, no offense. I know we answered fantasy questions, but kicker questions are not ones that I'm really interested in. Crystal Trejo, start 2. I'd start Tillman and Jennings. Crystal Trejo, Tillman and Jennings. Cooper Dan, I'd go, I'd probably rather own Hill. Believe it or not, I'd rather own Hill. Raphael, MVS over Adams? No, I'd rather play Devontae Adams this week. Michelle, I'd go Jared Goff. Michelle Keeter, I'd go Jared Goff. User 8900, trade Chuba Hubbard and Pearsall for Debo. Giving up too much value, believe it or not. Preston, do I start Daniels or Wilson? Russell Wilson. Preston, I'd start Russell Wilson. Get Bread, Dobbins or Robinson Jr.? I lean Robinson Jr. by a very small margin. I'm going to say Robinson Jr. You know what? Get Bread, I'm going to flip on that. I'm going to flip-flop. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins has the better matchup. Robinson may get a rushing touchdown. I think he will. I think Robinson gets a rushing touchdown. That's why I was thinking about him at first. But Dobbins has the better matchup. I'll go Dobbins just barely ahead of B-Rob. Close, though. Tino, I'd go Ertz over Goddard. Ertz over Goddard. Henry Payton, trade J.J. and Montgomery for Kyron and Neighbors? No. Henry Payton, that's a terrible idea. Don't do it. P. Asha, what do you think of Jake Ferguson rest of season? His values plummeted. There are at least 10 tight ends I probably prefer over him on an any given week basis. Graham, 55-67. I'd go Pearsall. Graham, I'd go Reed. I'd go Reed over Judy and Pearsall. Close, but I'd go Reed. Benny, I'd go Tillman and Jennings. Mantis, I'd go Ramondre Stevenson. Joseph Show, I do think B-Rob gets a touchdown. I'll put that one up on the board. Brian, Robinson Jr., anytime touchdown. So we have put up, so far, we've put up 2 game picks, and we've put up 5 player prop bets so far up on the big board. The game picks, I've got Eagles on the money line, but I do have the Commanders covering the spread. I've got Saquon getting to 80 rushing yards. I have Saquon getting to over 100 all-purpose yards. I have Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. I have A.J. Brown anytime touchdown. And I have Brian Robinson Jr. anytime touchdown. We still have NBA picks to give out. We still have NHL picks to give out. We actually still have some more NFL picks to give out. So hit that confetti over on TikTok. That's how we give out the picks during the show. Fotana, how do you feel about Devontae Smith tonight? I know it's his birthday. Maybe he scores a touchdown. But I don't love the matchup as much as I should. I think I like A.J. Brown a little bit more. Gabe Gonzalez, I'd go Jennings. I'd rather have Jennings, I think, right now. Gavin, would you trade London and Connor for Justin Jefferson? No. Gavin, I would not do the deal. Luis Garcia, I think I'm leaning towards Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith just barely. C.J. Young, someone sent me Stafford and Jennings for Carr and Cooper. I'd rather have Stafford and Jennings. Ragin' Cajun, I'd go Hill, Reed, and Sutton. Ragin' Cajun, Hill, Reed, and Sutton. Diego, you need to drop one. Deontay Johnson would be the player I would drop. Ameza, I'd go, I'd go Jordan Love. I'm going to go Jordan Love just barely. It's close. I'm going to go Jordan Love. I just like the weapons he has more than Derek Carr. Josh Martinez, I'd go Metcalf, and I lean slightly towards Jennings. Metcalf and Jennings on that one. Preston, I'd go McConkey. Thank you guys for sharing the channel. Sharing the channel is my favorite. Evan, I'd go DK. Raymond Garcia, I'd go DK and Lad McConkey. Mar, I'd start Zay Flowers. CJ Young, thanks for the kind words. We really appreciate the support. Matt Cam, I'd go Reed. I'd rather have Reed, Matt Cam. Luis Garcia, I'd go Zay Flowers on that one, Luis Garcia. User 1223, Lamb, McLaurin, Tillman, and Jennings. Pick 2. User 1223, I'd go Tillman and Jennings. User 1223, I'd go Tillman and Jennings just barely over Terry McLaurin. Masked Panda, I'd go J.K. Dobbins. Fotana, I would start Devontae Smith. P. Asha, I'd go Jacobs and Gibbs. Jacobs and Gibbs would be the 2. Cooper Dan, I would go Hill and Tillman. Sean, what are your thoughts on Houston's defense this week? Like it. Like Houston Texans this week. Jeremy O'Brien, I'd go, Jeremy O'Brien, I'm going to go Evan Ingram just barely. Joe, I'd go Estime. Brady, I'd go Devontae Smith. New Jersey Memes needs to drop one. I'd probably drop Mason. I think Mason's probably the one that's the best to drop. Colby Mello, pick 2. I'd go Tillman and Sutton. Neil, I'd go Estime. Fotana, I'd go Devontae Smith. Hope you guys are enjoying the show no matter the platform. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Twitter X. So great to have you guys with us every day. If you want every bet I make every day, DM me on Instagram. I give away every pick that I make, regardless of the sport type of bet or the sports book I bet on. They're all available for you guys. They're all accessible, never behind a paywall. I never delete them. You can follow them. You can feed them. It's up to you. But if you want to see every bet that I make every day for free, DM me on Instagram. Culture, I got offered Chubb and Moore for Bucky Irving. I don't like the trade. I'd rather have Chubb and Moore. Guy, pick 2. I'd go Pickens and I'd go Ridley. Guy, I'd go Pickens and Ridley. Caleb, I'd go Ridley. Creed, I'd rather have Kareem Hunt. I still think I'd rather have Kareem Hunt, even with Pacheco on the horizon, return on the horizon. Creed, I'd go Kareem Hunt. OBS, I'd go OBS, I'd do the trade. OBS Danny, I'd do the trade. Angelo, Tua, or May. I think I lean just slightly, believe it or not, towards Drake May. Drake May has the better matchup. I'm going to lean just barely towards Drake May. Very close, but I lean Drake May by a small margin. Very close, but I lean Drake May. Rob, I'd go Adams and Higgins. Rest of season? Rob, rest of season, Adams and McLaurin. Appreciate the question. Luis Garcia, drop Johnson for Keenan Allen. I drop Deontay Johnson. Quishine, I'd go Ingram and I'd go Ingram and Etienne. Would be the 2, Quishine. Caleb, I'd go Ridley. Creed, I'd go Hunt. Coral Lee, I'd go Ridley. Jake, Grosjean, I'd go Tillman and Ridley. Jake, I'd go Tillman and Ridley would be the 2. Royce Tooth, I'd go Ridley. Zoran, McConkey and Dell are both good plays. I'm leaning slightly towards McConkey, Zoran, but it's close. I lean McConkey barely. Mrs. Lady, should I drop Deontay Johnson? Yeah, I probably would. Don't like what I've seen from him so far with Baltimore. Spencer, pick one. Spencer, I'm going to go Zay Flowers. Spencer, Zay Flowers. Brian, thoughts on trading CD, Cook, and Kincaid for Amon-Ra, Connor, and McBride? Brian, do the deal. Brian, I would do that deal. Nick, Devontae Smith or Juwan Jennings? I'd go Juwan Jennings. I'd go Jennings just barely. Juwan Jennings or Tillman? I'd go Tillman. Tillman over Jennings. Tillman over Jennings. Nuve DK, I'd go Kraft. Nuve DK, I'd go Kraft. Fotana, I'd go Ingram. Fotana, I'd go Evan Ingram. Paul, Daniels or Russell Wilson? Paul Champagne, I'd go Russell Wilson. Paul Champagne, Russell Wilson. Gavin, Barkley, Ridley, and Mooney for Adams, Chubb, and Myers. I'd rather have the Barkley, Ridley, and Mooney side. I'd rather have the Barkley, Ridley, and Mooney side by a large margin. Liberda, I'd go Sutton. Liberda, I'd go Sutton. Man, it's close. Liberda, I'd go Sutton, just barely. Close, though. EMC, I'd go... If Kincaid can't play, EMC, I'd go Dawson Knox. If Kincaid can't play, I'd go Knox. Otherwise, it's Laporta. Bobby, one running back, one wide receiver, and one flex. Bobby, I'd go Kareem Hunt, Tillman, and Reed. I'd go Hunt, Tillman, and Reed. Hunt, Tillman, and Reed there, Bobby. Budget Decor, I'd go Estime. Budget Decor, I'd go Estime. Don Jew, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. Don Jew, I'd go Brian Thomas Jr. Moby, I'd go Adams and Ridley. Moby, I'd go Adams and Ridley. Nick, I'd go Juwan Jennings. Masked Panda, I'd go Valdez Scantling. Masked Panda, I'd go Valdez Scantling. CJ Young, Gino over Love, I assume? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's coin flip between the two, but I wouldn't assume that. Austin Joe getting Jamar Chase and Pollard and Flowers for T. Adams and Chase Brown. I like it. Austin Joe, I like the deal. Tristap, I'd go Tillman for now. Adams has a bit of a wrist issue. Andy's been sick, missed practice. I'd go Tillman just barely. Fotana, I'd go Ingram. Fotana, I'd go Evan. Ingram. Gabe Gonzalez, I'd go Sutton. Gabe Gonzalez, I'd go Sutton. Esteban, I'd go... Esteban, don't do the deal. Esteban, I do not like that deal. Sean, I'd go Goff. Sean, I'd go Goff. Ryan, I'd go Wilson. Ryan, I'd go Wilson. Preston, I'd go, Preston, I'm going to go Hopkins. Preston, I'm going to go Hopkins on this one. We have a bunch of callers up on the line. Let's get some calls, everybody. First caller is going to be Andrew. We are taking calls. First caller is going to be Andrew. Andrew, what's good?
Hello, how you doing?
Love and life. How can I help you?
Just wondering, should I start Tillman, JSN, or Hopkins in my flicks?
Tillman.
Perfect. That's it.
Have a good one. Next caller is going to be the RJ. The RJ is going to be next up on the line. Let's see what the RJ wants to talk about. The RJ, what's good?
All right, what's good, man? I just had a few questions here. So do I start Patrick Mahomes or Jaden Daniels this week?
That's a good question. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels, barely. Jaden Daniels in a very close one.
Okay, that's what I have in right now. And then flex this week, I have Eckler or Pittman. Really tough matchups again there.
I'd go Pittman, and I don't like it, but I would go Pittman.
Okay, and then so yesterday I made a trade. You helped me make it. Well, you gave me your take, and I made it. But our commissioner vetoed it because he thought I was winning by too much.
Okay,
so,
I hate people who veto trades. People who veto trades should be pushed into hot lava. I hate people who veto trades. Just a side note.
No, I completely agree. I traded Devontae Smith for D-Hop and Cortland Sutton.
He has no business vetoing that trade. He has no business vetoing that trade. Like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Our league's split, and our league's pretty split on that, too. It's something we're not doing vetoes for next year.
Good.
Whatsoever. And they were mad that they did it this year, but
because my whole thing is if you make a shitty trade, if you're the person who gives up too much, maybe at the end of the year you just get asked out of the league. Like if people don't think you're taking it seriously, or if you're just tanking for no reason, like you'll just get asked out of the league. But vetoing trades is forgive me everyone on the chat, is a pussy move. It is so pussy, it's wet cat move. So anyways, go ahead.
No, I completely agree. So that's the trade I had yesterday. But So I was thinking about trying to make another one. I was going to send Sutton, or I was going to send D-Hop over, or not D-Hop. Sorry, I got a little flustered. Thought about sending Devontae Smith over for Sutton and maybe Jordan Addison, but I don't know. That seems more fair, but I don't know if I'm really winning that by a ton.
I don't like this trade anymore. I don't like this trade anymore. I like the trade you had. I thought you were getting the better of the deal. And frankly, I didn't think it was so egregious that anyone should step in. I think it's bullshit what happened, but I don't like the trade. I don't like what you're coming up with now, because now I feel like you're reaching on players. I think I would rather own D-Hop than Devontae Smith, I think, rest of season. But, yeah.
So you think if I could get just D-Hop straight across, you think you would do that? Or?
Not for Devontae Smith, though. Like, I want a second player, so D-Hop and a throw-in. Yeah. But, like, I thought you had it right the first time, and the fact that he accepted it, I'd tell my commissioner, like, go eat a bag of dicks. So anyways.
Yeah, our first trade that he vetoed this year, somebody forgot to two players got hurt in the same week. I think it was Isaiah Pacheco and it was a receiver. So both players in the trade were hurt for two healthy players, and the guy accepted it after they had gotten hurt because the other guy forgot to redo it. Like, forgot to revoke his trade. So that one I get vetoing. I mean, the guy should have revoked his trade, but like this one was just kind of like. Yeah,
this one's just interference in league affairs that's egregious. Anyways, the RJ, I'm gonna let you go, or otherwise I'm gonna get so pissed off by your commissioner that it's gonna blow a gasket over here. Hey, appreciate the call. We'll talk again soon.
See ya.
Let's get another caller up on the line. If you have a bad commissioner, let me know. I'm here for the bad commissioner stories because there are some bad ones out there. We got some tyrants out there in the world. They have no business being there. Quishine, we're getting the spinning wheel of death, so try us again. Quishine, try us again. You got a bad connection, try us again. I'll let you back on once we get you. Let's go to Respawn. Let's see what Respawn wants to talk about. Respawn's next up. Respawn, what's good?
Hello?
What's good?
It's connecting for me, 1 second.
Respawn, I'm going to let you go then, bud. You can try us again a little bit later. Let's go to IDK. IDK is going to be next up on the line. Let's see what IDK wants to talk about. IDK, what's good?
Hey, just want to ask you about my flex spot. I got Pittman, Etienne, Schultz, Bateman, and Tolbert.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Go through it one more time.
Pittman, Etienne, Schultz, Tolbert, and Bateman.
I think I'd go Bateman. I think I'd go Bateman just barely.
Yeah, that's what I chose to.
But it's close. That's a tough one. Sorry, IDK. Wish I had more confidence in it.
I should win anyway. Thank you.
Good luck. Let's go to Fumble Enjoyer. Oh, no, Respawn jumped back up. Let's see what Respawn wants to talk about. Respawn, what's good?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
I want to start 2 out of DK, Devontae Smith, Montgomery, and Hopkins.
DK and Montgomery.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Respawn. Hope you're enjoying the show. Next caller is going to be Butt Fumble Enjoyer. Let's see what Butt Fumble Enjoyer... Oh, you dropped on us, Butt Fumble. Let's get to our next call. Let's go to Funky T. Funky T is going to be our next caller on the line. Let's see what Funky T wants to talk about. Funky T, Funky Town, what's good? You're on mute. You paused yourself. You jumped off the app. I can't hear you. You leave the app. I can't hear you, Funky Town. You got to stay on the app. Guys, got to stay on TikTok if you want to join the call. Calberg is going to be our next caller up on the line. Steelers fan. Calberg is going to be next on the line. Calberg, what's good?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, I got a couple questions. So, pick 2, Tillman, Brian Robinson, or McConkey?
How many? 2?
2, yes.
Tillman, Brian Robinson, and McConkey. I'd go Tillman and McConkey. Tillman and McConkey.
All right, and then Stroud or Love?
I'm going to go Stroud just barely. Stroud just barely.
And then the last one is a trade. So I would be trading Tillman, Brian Robinson, and McConkey for Kyron and Cortland Sutton.
Hit me with it one more time.
So Cedric Tillman, Brian Robinson, and Ladd McConkey for Kyron Williams and Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Kyron and Cortland side.
All right, appreciate it.
Have a good one. Good luck this week.
Yeah,
Let's have another caller up on the line. Let's go to Tristap. Tristap's going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Tristap wants to talk about. Tristap, what's good?
What's good?
What's happening?
Well, I'm trying a trade here. I was wondering, because I'm trying to get Joe Mixon. And basically, I was going to offer I was thinking Joe Mixon, and I believe I had a receiver. I think it was Terry McLaurin. I was going to give up Achan and either Devontae Adams or Cedric Tillman in a way, depending on which one makes it more fair in this instance.
Tristap, you got a question for me?
Well, like it was more, should I add Cedric Tillman or Devontae Adams in that?
I'd add Tillman.
Tillman?
Yep.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks for the question. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. Next caller is going to be David. David's next up on the line. Let's see what David wants to talk about. David, what's good?
What's good, man? How are you?
Loving life. How can I help you?
Okay, a few questions. First off, I have Evan Ingram or Kyle Pitts to start this week. Who should I start?
Evan Ingram or Kyle Pitts? Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram would be the play.
Okay, and then I have a few running backs to start. Give me two. So I have Brian Robinson, I have J.K. Dobbins, or I have DeAndre Swift.
I would sit DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
Cool?
All right, that's it for me.
Have a good one, David. Good luck this week. Let's go to our next caller. It's going to be Jake Feinstein. Jake Feinstein's going to be next up on the line. See what Jake wants to talk about. Jake, what's good?
Hi, so I got Cedric Tillman on my bench, but I've seen him everywhere that I should be starting him. But I got my three running backs are CMC, Henry, and Hall. So one of them goes my flex. And
Wow.
Lamb and Debo.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Who are your wide receivers?
Lamb, CD, and Debo.
I'd take out Lamb and I'd put in Tillman. I know it sounds crazy, but that's actually the move I'd do.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one. Good luck this week.
Peace.
Let's get our next caller. Let's go to Justin Eubanks. Let's see if Justin got himself a t-shirt. I was checking him out earlier. Justin Eubanks next on the line. Justin, what's good?
Hey, man, how are you?
Loving life.
I call in every week for you.
We're ready for you.
Question for you. CMC, Kyron, Hunt, or Montgomery? I need two running backs. Obviously, we're going to go over the wide receivers here in just a second. I want to know a flex, too, as well.
Okay, give me the running backs a little bit slower.
Sure. CMC, Kyron, Hunt, and Montgomery.
Okay, I love all of them this week. They're all amazing. They're all on my list of players I like. I'd probably sit Kareem Hunt. Barely. I don't love that, but he's probably the one I like the least.
Okay. And then my wide receivers, I have D. Adams, Puka, Hopkins, Mooney, Reed, Debo, and Thomas Jr.
Adams and Debo. I'd go Adams and Debo.
Okay. And then you would put Montgomery as the flex?
Yep, that's right.
Perfect. Appreciate it, man. Love your show.
Appreciate it, Justin. Did you like the shirts?
Oh, absolutely.
Go get yourself one, man.
Christmas time.
We'll talk again soon. Next caller up on the line is going to be Justin. Justin's going to be our next caller. Let's see what Justin wants to talk about. Justin, what's good?
What's good?
How you living, Justin? Justin, you with us? Hello? Try us again, Justin. You cut out there, buddy. Let's go to Porter. Porter's going to be our next caller. Let's see what Porter wants to talk about. Porter, what's good?
Hello?
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Yes, what's happening?
Oh, okay. I was just going to say I have two questions here.
Sure.
My first question is start Mahomes or Daniels, because Mahomes, he's playing the Bills, and I think he could go, band for band with Josh Allen, and then I'm not sure about Daniels.
Yeah, I'm going to lean just barely on Mahomes on this one. Very close, but I'll lean Mahomes.
Okay. And my second question is, should I start Puka, Drake London, or Kareem Hunt as my flex?
Hit me with that one more time. Puka, Kareem Hunt, or London?
Yeah.
I'd go Hunt. I'd go Kareem Hunt. Now, that might change things for me because you're now overloaded on the Kansas City offense. I'm okay starting Mahomes and Hunt, but I don't love it. So if you want to diversify and go Daniels and Hunt, I'd get it.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate the call. Hope you have a great week, Porter. Let's get another caller up here. Butt Fumble Enjoyer cut out last time, so we'll see if we can get him this time. Butt Fumble Enjoyer, what's good?
All right, so I did a trade. I traded Chase Brown for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Chris Olave.
You got Marvin Harrison Jr. and Olave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I'm starting Nick Chubb in the flex. I just want to know what you think about that.
I like it this week. He's got a great matchup.
Okay, yeah, that's all for me.
Have a good one, Butt Fumble Enjoyer. Hope you continue to enjoy the show. Let's go to Rohan. Rohan's going to be next up on the line. Let's see what Rohan wants to talk about. Rohan, what's good?
What's good, man? How are you?
Loving life. How can I help you?
Pretty good.
You got to stay on TikTok, bud. The moment you leave TikTok, you mute yourself, so I can't hear you.
Okay, gotcha. I'm in a bit of dilemma here with some receivers. I have Mooney, JSN, Shakir, and Lamb.
I'd go JSN and Shakir. JSN and Shakir this week.
Okay, and then put Lamb at the flex, I'm assuming?
No, I'd think about who are my running backs. I don't like Lamb this week.
Okay, I have Pollard. I'm obviously starting Bijan and Chubb in my running back slots, but I have Pollard, and I'm pretty sure that's it for my flex options.
Yeah, between Pollard and Lamb, both are bad plays, but I probably lean Pollard just barely.
Okay, you think the whole Cooper Rush situation is just a bad situation for Lamb right now?
I think there are a number of things that are a mess for the Cowboys. One is the quarterback situation. Two is the fact that there isn't a lot of other talent around CeeDee Lamb, so if I'm an opposing defense, it's just like, hey, let's take away CeeDee Lamb. And finally, the Houston Texans are a pretty good defense. I mean, I know they gave up some points last week in the second half, but you saw in the first half, they can get at quarterbacks. They're a pretty good pass rush. I just think the Texans are going to give the Cowboys a hard time on Monday night.
Okay, so you start Pollard over Lamb. Okay, gotcha. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Next caller on the line is going to be Lemon. Hopefully his question isn't a lemon. Let's see what Lemon wants to talk about. Lemon, what's good?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Loving life. How can I help you? You got to stay on TikTok, though. You leave TikTok, you mute yourself.
Okay, my bad. This week, should I start Nick Chubb, Cedric Tillman?
You muted yourself again.
Sorry, I had to check my lineup. Devontae Smith or DJ Moore at flex?
Cedric Tillman.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one, Lemon. Good luck this week. Let's get our next caller on the line. It's going to be Luke Dalton. Luke Dalton's going to be our next caller. Let's see what Luke wants to talk about. Luke Dalton, what's good?
Hello.
What's happening?
For start two, Tyreek, Drake London, and...
You muted yourself. Can't hear you. You got to stay on TikTok, guys.
And Calvin Ridley.
Sorry. I'd sit Drake London. That's what I'd do.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good one, Luke. Next caller on the line is going to be Chief 316. Chief 316 is next up on the line.
What's up, Brian? How's it going?
What's good, Chief?
Well, I am in the final 8 teams of a guillotine league, and I'm just kind of moseying on here, and I'm trying to figure out, with McCaffrey back, I have Debo in my flex right now. Should I sit Debo? The only thing is I think the only backup that I have that would be serviceable right now, I think, was Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'd rather play Debo.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. But as you said earlier, as far as the previous call, you said sit Drake London this week?
Yeah, Drake London's got a bad matchup against the Denver Broncos, and it's not just that he's facing a good pass defense in the Broncos. You would assume Patrick Surtain II is going to cover him, and he's a top 3 corner in this league right now.
Yeah, I figured they'd honestly put him on Mooney, just because Mooney's been kind of showing out a little bit.
But Mooney's a wide receiver too. He may put up great stats, but I think everyone acknowledges that Drake London's the top guy on the Falcons, and he would get that kind of respect. The only head coach no longer a head coach, but the only defensive mind that I would see doing what you're describing is Bill Belichick. He used to love to do that where he put his top corner on the number 2 guy and then put a corner and a safety on the number 1 guy. Other teams don't really do that. I don't know why. It's a great strategy, but the Broncos usually play a pretty straight up where Surtain covers the number 1 guy. Usually kind of the trend.
I got you. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is they just played their Super Bowl last week against us. So,
you know what though? I'll put it this way. Yes, they did, and yes, it was disappointing for them that they lost, but I actually think the Broncos came away going, we just went toe-to-toe with the best team in the NFL, at least in terms of record. And I actually think the Broncos come out of that game bizarrely with a lot of confidence. I know it was probably a devastating loss in the moment, but it's not like the Bears' Hail Mary loss to the Commanders, where it's like we had it and we blew it. I think the Broncos go, we just shocked the world. We should have won if one guy on the line could block. I actually think the Broncos feel good about themselves. And keep in mind, they're still in the playoff hunt, so they have a lot to play for.
Oh, yeah, no, don't doubt. Broncos and Chargers.
Look out for the Broncos, especially their defense. If Bo Nix plays like just good enough, the Broncos' defense is sneaky good, and it's because they've got a really good secondary, but their pass rush is really good, and they don't need to blitz. That D-line gets pressure on its own, kind of like what you know about in Kansas City. Spagnuolo can bring a blitz, but you guys can get pressure on your own with Karlaftis and Jones. When you can bring pressure and not bring a blitz, man, that defense all of a sudden has a lot of options to cover your receivers. Broncos do that very, very well.
Exactly, and we just got Leo Chanel back, or not Leo Chanel, oh gosh, who's that guy that we just got back on defense, one of our back guys. Gosh, can't remember. Anyways, love the show. Thanks for the advice, buddy. Have a good one.
Good luck this week against the Bills. You might need it on that one. That's going to be a good game. Let's go to Z Zilich. Zilich is going to be the next on the line. C, what's good?
What's up? I got 4 players. I need you to pick 2.
Go for it.
I got Drake London, K9, Josh Downs, and Cedric Tillman.
I'd go K9 and Tillman. K9 and Tillman would be the 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one, Z. Let's go Manya. Manya is going to be our next caller up on the line. Manya, what's good?
What's up? How are you?
Loving life. How can I help you? Stay on TikTok, guys. When you leave TikTok, you mute yourself. I can't hear you. So stay on TikTok.
It's like good. I just have a question. I got Ladd, Nick Chubb, and Brian Robinson. Who am I starting in the flex?
I'd go Ladd McConkey. Close, but I'd go Ladd McConkey.
Go with Ladd?
Yep.
All right, I'll do that. All right, thank you.
Have a good one. Next caller on the line is going to be Sonny. Sonny is going to be our next caller on the line. Let's see what Sonny wants to talk about. Sonny, what's good?
Yo, what's up? I got just a question mainly for tonight. I have Terry McLaurin and Devontae Smith, as well as Cedric Tillman. I get Nico Collins back this week.
Yep.
And so I'm confused who I should play with Nico.
You only need one of them?
I mean, see, I also have Evan Ingram and Tucker Kraft for tight ends.
Okay.
So, and then I have Aaron Jones, Christian McCaffrey, and Josh Jacobs. So those are my flex position kind of covered.
I'm not crazy about Aaron.
I should go with Tillman, Smith, or McLaurin.
So, the wide receiver 2 for you this week, as crazy as this is going to sound, and you know where I'm going, it's Cedric Tillman. I understand that McLaurin's the better brand name and Devontae Smith is playing on his birthday, but Tillman is playing a Saints pass defense that gives up a lot of passing yards. Tillman's been playing well. I think Jameis is going to play well. I say it's Cedric Tillman. The question really is that flex play. I think it's close between Aaron Jones and McLaurin. I probably lean Aaron Jones by a very small margin, but that one's actually the coin flip in all of this.
Okay, so you don't think there's going to be too big of a wide receiver matchup tonight versus the Eagles and Commanders?
Here's my issue with it. The Commanders' pass defense is a top 5. They're the 5th best pass defense right now statistically. The Eagles are the 3rd best pass defense statistically. So it's not that they can't get yards. It's that you're asking me which wide receiver I want. The one going up against the 3rd best defense, the 5th best defense, or the guy who's going up against the fourth worst defense? I'd take the guy going up against the fourth worst defense, even if he's not the brand name.
Awesome. I appreciate the advice.
Good luck, Sonny. We're rooting for you. I hope it goes well. Let's go to Atomically Atom Bomb. Atomically Atom Bomb is going to launch a question. Let's see what he's got for us. Atomically Atom, what's good?
I'm going to try, man. I got ETN, Stevenson, Madison, pick 2.
I'd go Stevenson and Madison. Stevenson and Madison would be the 2. Do I like starting Madison? Not really, but those would be the 2.
Okay, right on. And then I got Dalton Kincaid or Taysom Hill at tight end.
So Kincaid's questionable, and I am concerned about it. I lean towards Taysom Hill. The Saints have, like, nobody healthy. Feels like Taysom Hill is going to get at least a couple of opportunities, and given how he's used in the red zone, he's worth it, because one touchdown, all of a sudden, he validates the start, so...
I agree, man. I love Taysom Hill. I think he's a great player. I think he's. I was leaning that way, so I'm glad. And all right, thanks, man. Go Bills.
I'm glad you like Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill to me is like Russian roulette in fantasy. Every once in a while, he's a good play, but the other 4 times I feel like I'm blowing my brains out. But anyways, good luck, Atomically Adam. Rooting for your Bills this week as well. Let's go to our next caller. Let's go to Vitor. Vitor is going to be our next caller up on the line. Vitor, what's good?
Hey, what's up? Just a question for a trade talk. I'm in the midst of trading either Kraft or JMO for Darnell Mooney. Should I single package them or like make like a conjoint throw?
Don't do a 2-for-1 if you don't have to. Let's make sure we emphasize that. If I could trade Kraft and get JMO, I would. I would love that. I think Mooney and JMO are very similar value rest of season, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you then.
Vitor, hope that little bit of advice helped. I know that probably didn't clear up too much, but hope we gave you a little guidance. Let's go to Nick. Nick Spicer is going to be our next caller on the line. Let's see what Nick's got. Nick, what's good?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Loving life. How can I help you?
I need you to pick 3 out of these 4 wide receivers.
Hit me.
Tillman, Debo, Devontae Smith, and Darnell Mooney.
I would sit Darnell Mooney.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Have a good one, Nick. Good luck this week. Let's get our next caller up on the line. It's going to be That Silver Z. That Silver Z is our next caller up on the line. Z, what's good?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Loving life. What can I do for you?
All right, so I have I'm trying to figure out who I'm putting on my flex. So I have James Cook, I got Terry, and I got DK.
I'd go DK Metcalf.
Okay. Yeah, how do you feel about Nico? You think he's coming?
Oh, I think Nico's going to play, and I think Nico is a must start.
Okay, awesome. And then CMC also?
Yep, CMC is a must start as well.
Okay, appreciate it.
Have a good one, That Silver Z, rooting for you. Let's go to our next caller, Yusuf. Yusuf is next up on the line. Oh, you dropped on us, Yusuf. You're welcome back anytime. Let's go, Isaac. Isaac's next up on the line. Isaac, what's good?
Hey, I just wanted to ask a quick question about trading. I got an offer from I had Garrett Wilson, and he wants to offer me Jonathan Taylor. I have Derrick Henry. And,
hold on. You're getting Jonathan Taylor. Hold up. You're getting Jonathan Taylor, and you're giving up Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
Do that deal. Do that deal right now. Like, get off the phone with me and do that deal. Like, immediately.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I have Debo and Jason as my other wide receivers, so if that just adds up and makes sense.
I mean, who's at your flex? Do you have too many running backs?
Yeah, I have. I kind of do. I have Aaron Jones and J.K. Dobbins.
Those are your only 2 running backs?
And Derrick Henry and K9 are my starters.
Okay, I would make this deal, and then I would trade Aaron Jones for a wide receiver.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much.
That's what I do, Isaac. Good luck with those deals. Let's go to our next caller. Next on the line is Luke George. Luke George. Let's see what Luke George wants to talk about. Luke, what's good?
All right, I got a few questions. Just, do I keep Tyreek or do I trade him?
I'd keep him. With Tua back, I'd keep him.
All right, even though he's not getting no targets?
He's only had 1 game with him back, and he got a touchdown.
Yeah, true.
Like, even in a bad game, he got you a touchdown. Like, think about what he'll do in better weeks.
Yeah, true. And then also, do I keep Ferguson?
No, I would trade him. I would trade Ferguson.
All right. Who should I look for? Like
open-ended question. We don't do that. Look on some teams that have tight ends to trade, or teams that could use a tight end. There are a lot of variables we don't know. That's why we don't answer the open-ended question.
All right.
But just go do some research and see who would be a good partner. I'm gonna let you go, Luke. We'll get to you next time. Let's go to Yusuf. Yusuf dropped on us last time. You dropped on us again, Yusuf. 2 strikes. You got 2 strikes on you. Let's go to Trey Young. Trey Young's next up on the call line. See what Trey wants to talk about. Trey, what's good?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Love and life. What can I do for you?
Trying to figure out my wide receiver position right now. I have
Sure.
Nico Collins, Drake London, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith. Need to bench one.
Give me them one more time, a little slower.
Nico Collins, Drake London, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith.
This is going to hurt me to say. I think it's sit Drake London. It's between London and CeeDee Lamb, and I think I would sit Drake London just barely because of the matchup against the Broncos.
Certain.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha. Thank you, man.
Have a good one, Trey Young. Rooting for you this week. Hopefully we'll talk again soon. Let's go to Dot. Let's see what Dot wants to talk about. Hopefully he's got a good question for us. Dot, what's good?
How you doing, boss? I need to win this week to keep my fantasy hope, my playoff hopes alive. Should I start Evan Ingram or Tucker Kraft at tight end?
Oof. I'd probably say Tucker Kraft. Ingram has the better matchup, but I really didn't like what I saw with him and Mac Jones last week. I think Ingram's a good play for most folks, but you can't afford it. If you didn't give me the preliminary piece, I'd probably say start Ingram, but you can't afford to take any risk this week. I'd start Kraft because of that.
Gotcha. Appreciate you. Thank you.
By the way, are you an actual basketball referee?
No, that's just a meme.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just want to see if there are ever any referees. I always want stories about parents getting ejected. So if you're a referee or an umpire out there, I'll always ask about that. So anyways, Dot, good luck this week. We'll talk again soon. Let's get to our next caller up on the line. Giovanni is going to be our next caller. By the way, if you are an umpire or referee for Little League sports, I want to hear your parent ejection stories. So make sure you share them. Giovanni, what's good?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Love and life. What can I do for you?
Hey, I got a few questions. Sorry, bear with me. How you feel about Russell Wilson for the rest of the year, man? You think
rest of year? This week, love him. Rest of season depends on the matchup. This week, very high on him.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I'm also a Kincaid owner. How you feel about Will Disley this week?
I'd rather play Kincaid, but if he's hurt, and you got to make the moves you got to make.
Okay, and then if you got another couple of seconds, I'm stuck on defense streaming this week. Would you rather the Jets or the Rams, the Saints, the Browns? Which ones do you feel out of those?
I'd probably go with the Rams, just barely.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, and then one more question. I'm sorry, brother. Start 3. I'm sorry. DK, Tillman, Nico, or London? Start 3.
I would sit London. I would sit Drake London.
Got you. All right. Thank you, man.
Be good, Giovanni. We'll talk again soon. Next caller on the line is going to be CPO. CPO is going to be next up on the line. CPO, what you got for us, CPO?
I have a trade. I got 2 running backs that are pretty decent. I got Chuba Hubbard, Kareem Hunt, but I'm not so sure about Kareem Hunt being
with Pacheco coming back. Yep.
Yeah, I need to get. I got pretty good receivers. I need to get rid of a receiver for a trade. I have AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Cedric Tillman, and Cooper Kupp. I have a guy willing to give me Rashard White for Cooper Kupp. Would you do the deal for the rest of the year?
Who are your running backs again?
I have Chuba Hubbard, Kareem Hunt, and on my bench is just Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I don't love the deal. I think you're giving up a little bit too much value with the Kupp Rashad White, but I get it. And this is what I would say. I don't love the trade, but I'm okay with it because you're deep enough at wide receiver. And you're right, you need a running back. And Rashad White, even if he's not RB1, he gets a lot of catches. He gets utilized in the pass game a lot. So I'm okay with it. I'm not crazy about it, but I'll give it a thumbs up even though I'm not like over the moon about it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. Thank you.
Have a good one, CPO. We'll talk again soon. Next caller on the line is going to be E-Money. E-Money is going to be next on the line. Let's see what E-Money's got for us. E-Money, what's good?
I had a question. I'm trying to make a trade, and he wants to give me Derrick Henry because he needs a quarterback. I have Kyler as my backup, and I have Lamar Jackson as my starter. I think he wanted Amari Cooper or Jalen Reed and Kyler Murray for Derrick
Amari
Henry.
Cooper and Kyler Murray for I would do that deal immediately.
Instead of Jaden Reed?
I'd hold on to Jaden Reed. Don't trade Jaden Reed. Don't trade him.
Okay, so then you would do
Kyler
Cooper
and Amari
okay.
Cooper.
Okay.
Immediately. Yes. Love it.
All right, thanks.
Have a good one, E-Money. Love that deal for you. Let's go to Bean. Bean's going to be our next caller up on the line. Bean's our next caller. Bean, what's good?
What's good? So I need you to pick 3. Ridley, McConkey, Devontae Smith, and Jawan Jennings.
I would sit Devontae Smith. I know there's some risk tonight. He's playing on his birthday, and people are trying to get me to buy into the birthday hype. But personally, I think he'd be the one I would sit.
All right, I appreciate that.
Have a good one, Bean. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Let's go to Luke Grasso. Luke Grasso is a loyal follower. Let's see what Luke wants to talk about tonight. Luke, what's good?
What's up?
How can I help you?
So I'm like an emergency. All my players are on bye, and I have ETN, Elijah Moore, and like Justice Hill. Who should I start at flex?
Elijah Moore. Bizarrely, he's the best play this week.
And then I got a trade request, and I don't know. I'm giving away Kincaid and or just Kincaid and Jonathan Brooks for Alexander Madison and Jonnu Smith, but I have Kayden on my bench.
I don't love the deal, to be honest with you. I don't see where you're really winning. I get what the trade is, but I don't really understand where the value is for you.
It's the running back, because I only have 3 running backs.
If that's what it is, I guess I'm okay with it, but I wish you were getting a better running back in exchange. It doesn't get me excited, to be honest with you, Luke.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Next caller on the line is going to be NYC Angelo. NYC Angelo. In the same city I'm in. I'm in New York right now. Let's see what NYC Angelo wants to talk about. NYC Angelo, what's good? NYC Angelo, what's good?
So I have a 10-man.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
I'm in a 10-man fantasy PPR league, and it's I got offered a trade for my Debo for his Kittle. Would you take it? My wide receivers are Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Amari Cooper, and my tight end is Njoku.
And you'd be getting Kittle?
Yeah. It's a hard one. I can't even decide.
Angelo, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't really want to do it. I understand Kittle's played really well this year, and he's played really well with Brock Purdy. I think I'd rather own Deebo Samuel. I like the idea of how he's used in a multitude of ways. With McCaffrey back, McCaffrey takes away some of the red zone value for George Kittle. When George Kittle was really at his best this year, he was getting touchdown catches. If McCaffrey's back, he probably takes away a few of those opportunities. I think I like Deebo more than Kittle. Close, but I think that's where I come out.
Okay, and can I tell you my roster and if there's any changes for me?
Only if you tell me 2 things, Angelo. I need how old are you and what borough you live in?
15, and I live in the Bronx.
All right. We'll show some love to the Bronx. What's good, Bronx? Fire up the. By the way, you got to stay on TikTok though, because you mute yourself if you leave TikTok. So you got to come back on for me to hear you, okay? Because you're muted right now. I can't hear you. Go ahead.
My team is Kyler, my quarterback 1, and I have Love on the bench.
Okay.
My wide receiver 1 is Jamar. My wide receiver 2 is Debo. My wide receiver 3 is Devontae Adams. My running back 1 is Derrick Henry. Running back 2 is Mixon. My tight end is David Njoku. My flex is Tyrone Tracy Jr.
I mean, obviously, Tyrone Tracy Jr. is not playing this week, so you're going to have someone in place of him this week. But
I have Pollard in his place.
he just got downgraded to questionable, so you might need a replacement. Tony Pollard, that was some breaking news about 10 minutes ago. He was downgraded to questionable, so keep your eye out on him. You may need another substitute there. But Angelo, this is a very good team, dude. I think you're going to be in the playoffs. I think you can make a very deep run. Good job, man.
And I took a trade recently where I'm getting Jacoby Myers in return for Bucky Irving.
I don't like that deal. I don't like that trade.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'd rather own Bucky.
Okay. I got it. Because I'm deep in running backs.
Still.
I just don't. Okay.
Angelo, you're a badass. Good luck, man. Hope life in the Bronx treats you well. Let's go to Batman. Batman. Batman's the next on the line. Forgive me, Batman. What's good?
What's good? Hey, okay, I got a question. So I have Ramondre and Kyron Williams. I need a guy at flex, and I don't know who to do. Is that Brian Robinson Jr., Tillman, or Bixby?
It's Tillman. Cedric Tillman, Batman.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you.
Good luck in Gotham tonight, man. Hope you fight that crime. Let's go to Brent. Let's see what Brent wants to talk about. Brent's next up on the line. Brent's going to be our next caller. Brent, what's good?
How's it going, man?
What's happening?
I got Brian Robinson Jr. or Estime. Who would you start on those?
I'd go Estime. I don't feel good about it. You know that. You watch the show enough to know that I'm nervous about it. But Estime's got the better matchup. I'll go Estime.
All right, perfect. Thank you, brother.
Have a good one, Brent. Appreciate you being such a loyal viewer of the show. Let's go to our next caller. Let's go to Dark. Not Narc. Dark. D-A-R-C. Let's see what Dark wants to talk about. Dark, what's good?
Yo. All right. I got a starting sit question. So I got Derrick Henry, Kamara, A-Chain, Nico Collins, Amon-Ra, and A.J. Brown. I got to bench one of them.
Give me the list one more time.
All right. Derrick Henry, Kamara, A-Chain, Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, and Amon-Ra.
I'd sit Kamara.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was leaning towards. Yeah.
That's what I do, Dark.
All right, thank you, bro.
Be good. Next caller on the line is going to be Richard. Richard Chavez is going to be our next caller on the line. Let's see what Richard wants to talk about this evening. Richard, what's good?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Love and life. How can I help you?
Hey, man, I just had a couple questions. I have a couple. I'm kind of debating on whether starting Hunt or J.K. Dobbins this week.
Yeah, that's very close. I'm going to lean just slightly towards Hunt, barely, but it's close.
All right, and I have Tillman or Tyreek, or should I slap Ladd into that spot?
I think it's Cedric Tillman. I think he's got the best matchup this week.
All right, cool, man. That's all I had for you. Thank you.
Good luck, Richard. Rooting for you. Let's go to Jake. Jake's going to be our next caller on the line. Let's see what Jake wants to talk about. Spinning wheel, Jake. Spinning wheel of death. Jake, try us back. We got a bad connection with you. Jake, try us again, okay, bud? Let's go to our next caller. Let's go to Ben. Ben's going to be our next on the line. See what Ben wants to talk about. Ben, what's good?
Hi, I have a question about my RB2. I was wondering if I should start Aaron Jones or Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Just barely Nick Chubb.
All right, and then for my flex, should I start Aaron Jones or D-Hop?
I'd go Aaron Jones on that one.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck, Ben. Rooting for you this week. Let's get our next caller on the line, Roberto. Roberto's going to be our next caller up on the line. See what Roberto wants to talk about. Roberto, que pasa?
What's up, man?
What's happening?
I got a question. It's a kind of weird one. Jerry Jeudy or Michael Pittman?
I'd go Jerry Jeudy in a matchup of players I didn't think I would say this week, but I'd go Jerry Jeudy.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Good luck on it. We're rooting for you. Let's go Breezy. Breezy 1 is going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Breezy 1 wants to talk about. Breezy 1, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, man. So I'm 9 I think I'm 9
You got to stay on TikTok, though. You mute yourself when you leave TikTok, bud.
Oh, my bad. So I'm 9-1 in my league, all right? My question is, Tyreek is battling through an injury. Do you think it'd be good to trade him for Aaron Jones or not?
Tyreek Hill for Aaron Jones?
Correct.
No. No. Don't do that deal. Don't do that deal.
Okay. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you. Thank God you asked me that question because I do not like that trade. Let's go to Mayor. Mayor is next up on the line. Let's see what Mayor wants to talk about. Mayor, what's good?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. I need to sit one guy. I got Mooney, Sutton, Jacoby, and Tillman.
Man, I don't like Mooney and I don't like Jacoby Myers. Those are two players I both like to sit. I'll probably sit Jacoby Myers, though.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Mayor. Good luck this week. Next caller up on the line is going to be Cameron. Let's see what Cameron wants to talk about. Cameron's next up on the line as we're running out of time, folks. Cameron, what's good?
Yo, so I got to start. I have to start 2 out of Mooney, Jennings, Reed, and Brian Robinson.
I'd go Jennings and Reed. Jennings and Reed.
Okay, so no Brian Robinson and...
It's close, but no. It's close, but no.
Okay, Mooney sit as well?
Yep.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Good luck, Cameron. Appreciate you guys watching the show. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. We've got just a few more minutes left. Let's go to Mets Prods. Mets Prods, just a few more minutes left. Mets Prods next up on the line. Mets, what's good? Mets, you there? Going once.
Yo.
What's good, Mets?
Sorry, bro. Should I start Hunter Henry or Njoku?
I'd start David Njoku.
And then Jaden Daniels or Russ?
Russell Wilson.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Mets, are the Mets going to re-sign Pete Alonso?
No, we're going to get Soto and Corbin Burns.
Mets Prod, stop doing drugs, okay? Good luck, everybody. Good luck on that. Next caller, let's go to Jake. Jake's going to be our next caller up on the line. Jake, what's good?
Hi, I have a question. Should I start Devonta Smith or T. Higgins?
That's close. I'm going to say go T. Higgins, just barely. Close, though. I'll say T. Higgins.
And also, what do you think I should do with Isaiah Pacheco?
I don't think he's going to play this week, but I would certainly hold on to him because once he's back, he's a good play.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck, Jake. Rooting for you this week. Let's go to one of our very loyal followers. Let's go to CJ. Let's see what... Oh, CJ, you dropped on us, bud. Try us again, CJ. Let's go to Brian. Brian is next up on the line. Let's see what Brian wants to talk about. Brian, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, a couple questions. Hey, Devontae Smith or Quentin Johnson?
Devontae Smith or Quentin Johnston? I'm going to say Quentin Johnston, believe it or not. Just barely.
All right, and then what about Dobbins or Nick Chubb?
I'm going to say Nick Chubb. Again, the better matchup's Nick Chubb.
And then Evan Ingram or Mark Andrews?
I'm going to go Evan Ingram barely. Close, but Evan Ingram.
All right, then hey, last question for rest of season. I got Jets.
For rest of season, Brian? Rest of season?
Yeah, rest of season.
Wow,
Jets.
wow. Okay, let's make it a good one, Brian.
It's not necessarily a good one, but hey, for defense, I got Jets and Broncos defense. The Chargers are out there. Should I drop one of them for the Chargers?
If I were to drop one of them, it would be the Jets. I would probably say I'm okay with that. I would double check their schedules coming up. I haven't looked at them yet. I want to hold on to the Broncos, and I think I might move on from Jets because the Jets might have some matchups against AFC East opponents that may not be good. You'd have to check on that, though. So if I were to move on from either one, it would be the Jets.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Good luck, Brian. We'll see you later. Let's go to F-150. F-150 is our next caller up on the line. Let's see what F-150 wants to talk about. F-150, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man?
How can I help you?
Question. I'm looking at trading Walker for Joe Mixon.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's a risky trade or...
I think it's probably a fair trade. I actually don't have a problem with it. I'd probably approve it. Joe Mixon's played very well this year and seems to stay healthier than K9 does. Walker just seems to get hurt a bit too much for me. If you want to try and eliminate all the risk, ask for a second player, like a throw-in player. And if they say no, then just do the trade straight up 1-for-1. But if you can get a second player, see if you can get it.
See if I can get it. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
I also have Eckler, so I was thinking about maybe even trading him for Mixon because I think I really want Mixon, but I don't know.
You're not going to get Mixon for Eckler. If the guy does that, that guy's an idiot. So I don't like that one.
All right, cool. Thank you, man.
Good luck, F-150. We'll talk again soon. Let's go to Happy Crudda Productions. Happy Crudda is going to be our next caller up on the line. Happy Crudda, what's good?
Hey, how's it going?
How can I help you?
I'm trying to trade Kareem Hunt. I need a receiver, but who should I try to get?
Are you asking me an open-ended question?
Yeah.
It's not our style, dog. You know that. You watch the show. We don't answer open-ended questions. So
I'm trying to get Amon-Ra, but
yeah, but Happy Crudda, but they don't make weed that good to smoke and believe you're gonna get Amon-Ra St. Brown for Kareem Hunt. So go do some research.
I'm gonna add either Cooper or Reed.
Okay, if you traded Reed and the running back, you could get Amon-Ra. Yes.
All right, that's what I was thinking.
There you go. That's a good idea. Okay, we're going to move on to Xerxes. Let's see what Xerxes wants to talk about. Xerxes is a very loyal viewer. Let's see what Xerxes is up to. Xerxes, what's good?
What's up, man?
What's happening?
All right, one quick question. So I saw that Flacco got benched again, so I was kind of like hesitant on starting Josh Downs, but you thinking Josh Downs or Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith.
You think so? All right, yeah. Sounds good. All right, thank you, man.
Good luck, Xerxes. We'll talk again soon. Let's go to Cody. Cody's going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Cody wants to talk about. Cody, what's good?
Yo, I just got a start-sit question this week.
Fire away.
So I've got George Pickens and A.J. Brown, and obviously I'm not benching either one of those two, but and I've got Gibbs and Achane as my running backs.
Yep.
And I'm trying to decide between A.J. Brown or Puka in the flex.
A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown.
Or Jonathan Taylor or Puka in the flex.
Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Good luck, Cody. We'll talk again soon. Next caller up on the line is going to be Tyler Knott. Tyler Knott is going to be our next caller on the line. Tyler, what's good?
All right, I got a trade for you. I'm looking for a flex player in my PPR. I just traded Ferguson, Daniels, and Waddle for Nico Collins. Is that a good deal?
Let's go, Tyler. Love that trade. Way to go, dude.
I appreciate it.
Good job, Tyler. Love that deal. Definitely getting the better of that one. Let's go to our next caller, Quishine. Quishine tried to come on earlier, dropped, promised we'd let him on once he figured out his connection issues. Let's see what Quishine's up to. But Quishine, you're giving me spinning wheel of death again, man. You're in a bad cell zone. Sorry about it. We're going to move on, though. Try us again. We only have a few minutes of the show, though. That's the problem. Hand It To You is going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Hand It To You wants to talk about. Hand It To You, what's good?
Fumble, what's going on, man?
What's happening?
Oh, all right. So I got a question. I have St. Brown and Laporta. What do you feel about starting both of them against Jacksonville?
I feel fine with it. If you had another option at tight end, I'd consider it, but I'd be fine starting both this week.
Okay. I got Kraft on the bench.
I'd probably start Kraft over Laporta.
Okay. Roger that.
Have a good one. Hand It To You. We'll talk again soon. Next caller is going to be King Cobra. King Cobra is our next caller on the line. Let's see how long we go. King Cobra, what's good?
Hey, how you doing? Just two quick questions for you. Would you go Hawkinson or Andrews this week?
Hawkinson.
Okay, and then Scary Terry or Debo?
Debo.
Debo, appreciate it. Have a good one.
Have a good one, King Cobra. Good luck this week. Next caller is going to be CJ. CJ, one of our loyals. Let's see if CJ gets on. CJ, what's good?
What's good, my brother?
How can I help you, CJ?
So I was trying to hop on here with the trade to run by you, but the other manager's being slow. That's okay. Would you rather have Stafford or Russell Wilson in the rest of season?
Rest of season? I'd probably say Matt Stafford rest of season.
Matt Stafford rest of season.
Probably.
Okay, interesting. I'm trying to work out a trade for J.K. Dobbins. Looks like it's involving Jennings, possibly a quarterback, but like I said, he's being slow. So
I think that's a good move on your part, though.
Cool. Appreciate it.
All right, CJ. We'll talk again soon, bud.
All right.
Next caller up on the line is going to be Ryder. Ryder's going to be our next caller. Let's see what Ryder wants to talk about. Ryder, what's good?
What's up?
What's up?
So, I have a trade, but would you trade Deebo Samuel and Jared Goff for Bo Nix and Terry McLaurin?
No.
No?
No.
All right, thank you.
Ryder, how old are you?
I'm 13.
13 years old. And where are you in the standings right now?
Third.
Ryder, you're a badass. Keep it up, man. Rooting for you.
Thank you.
A 13-year-old who's in third place in his fantasy league. The world's not ready for the youngins that we're raising. We're raising them right. We're raising them to be great fantasy football owners. Watch out, elders. You guys know what's up. Next caller up on the line is going to be Y'all Listen Meow. Y'all Listen Meow. I see your questions, and every time I read your handle, it puts a smile on my face. Hope you're having a great day.
Heck yeah, man. I hope you're having a good one, too. I got a couple of questions for
Fire away.
I got Josh Downs, Calvin Ridley, Jennings, and who else?
How many do I get to pick? You gotta stay on TikTok, bud. I can't hear you. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Pick 3. Josh Downs, Calvin Ridley, Jennings, or Tillman.
I would sit Josh Downs. I'd sit Josh Downs.
Okay. And then last question for you. Chase Brown. I got a feeling you're going to say Chase Brown, but Chase Brown or Ramondre?
Ramondre Stevenson.
You think?
Yep.
Why's that?
Because he's got a good matchup this week. The Rams are not a very good run defense.
You don't like Chase Brown's matchup?
Against the Chargers? Chargers are a top 10 run defense.
Okay, so sit Chase Brown, start Ramondre.
Yeah.
And sit Josh Downs, and I got Jennings on the bench, so I'll replace Jennings with Downs.
Bingo, you got it.
Downs with Jennings.
You got it.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Good luck. Let's go to Felix Blood. Felix Blood's going to be our next on the line. See what Felix wants to talk about. Felix, que pasa?
What's up, man?
How can we help you this evening?
Good, okay. I got 3 receivers that I want to put in. I just need you to pick one for me. I got DJ Moore, Rashad Bateman, and Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr.
All right, that's all I need, bro. Thank you.
Good luck. Let's go to him. Him's going to be next on the line. Let's see what him wants to talk about. Him, what's good? Him, you're off TikTok. You got to be on TikTok. You mute yourself when you leave TikTok, so I can't hear you, Him.
Oh. Should I use Stroud or Sam Darnold this week?
Stroud, CJ Stroud.
And one more question. Aaron Jones or Brian Robinson Jr. tonight?
Man, that's close. I'm going to say Aaron Jones, just barely. Aaron Jones, close though.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one. Next caller is going to be Caleb. Caleb is next up on the line. Let's see what Caleb wants to talk about. Caleb, what's good?
What's good? Do you play Devontae Smith tonight, or do I play Drake London, who's going to get shadowed by PS2?
I'd go Devontae Smith tonight.
You think so?
Yep.
All right, I appreciate it.
Good luck, Caleb. Rooting for you, bud. Thanks. Next caller up on the line is going to be User 2000, let's just say. User 2000 is going to be our next caller on the line. Spinning wheel right now. User, you got a bad cell. Oh, there you are. User, what's good?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's up? You muted yourself. You got to stay on TikTok, guys. Stay on TikTok or you mute yourself. Go ahead.
All right. I got D-Hop or J-Mo.
J-Mo.
Really? Why not D-Hop?
Because D-Hop has a worse matchup.
Oh
J-Mo is facing the third worst pass defense in the league. This actually isn't that close a call.
Damn. All right. Good to know.
Good luck on it, User. We'll talk again soon. Next caller is going to be Jack. Let's see what Jack wants to talk about. Running out of time, almost done. Jack, what's good?
All right, so for receiver, do I play Devontae Adams or Mooney?
Devontae Adams.
And then, do you think Zach Ertz is a good start tonight?
Yes, I do. I think he's a decent. Depending on who else you have, I think he's a decent start. Yeah.
I have on bye week.
Yeah, so I'd start Ertz. Yep.
And then is Jaden Daniels a good start tonight too, or
not as good as he has been in past weeks?
Would you play Jordan Love over him?
Man, that's close. That's close. The answer's probably yes. Close, but I'll say yes. Love over Daniels, but man, that feels like a coin flip.
And then one more question: Ramondre Stevenson or Sutton?
I'll go Ramondre Stevenson. Barely, but I'll go Stevenson.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, Jack. Let's get one more call. Last call of the night's going to be G. Up, and they dropped on us, so we'll do one more. Last call of the night's going to be JL. JL, last call of the night, because I got to go to the gym. JL, what's good?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How can I help you?
I was wondering, should I trade T. Higgins for Amari Cooper?
I'll say no.
Gotcha. And then second question, would you? So I've got someone that's got T.J. Hawkinson and Brock Bowers in our league, and he's kind of shopping Brock Bowers around.
Yep.
Would you be willing to give up like a tier, like a wide receiver to like a T. Higgins for a Brock Bowers?
Yeah, probably.
Gotcha. All right. Appreciate the content, man. Thank you.
Good luck, man. Hope it goes well for you. We are so grateful for every single one of you that joined us tonight. We had over 10,000 people join us across all of our platforms, and we are grateful for every single frickin' one of you. You guys are awesome. I hope you know it deep down in your bone marrow. I hope you know how great you are. We are so grateful that you watch the show every day. I appreciate you guys enormously. We will be live at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So if you love the content, if you love the conversation, if you love talking sports, if you love getting your questions answered, if you love just engaging in good sports talk with a sports fan like me, make sure you join us. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you join us at 4:30 on Friday afternoon for another episode of the show. I cannot wait to talk football with you guys again tomorrow. Might do a subscriber-only show tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Might do a subscriber-only show, but I'll let you know about that in the next couple of hours. I am so grateful for every single one of you. If you haven't done so already, follow the channel, hit the follow button, hit that follow button, and DM me on Instagram. I give away every bet I make. Doesn't matter what sport, doesn't matter what type of bet, doesn't matter the odds. I give away all my picks every day. I let you guys see them every single day. They're never behind a paywall. You never have to subscribe. They're never deleted. You can follow them. You can fade them. That's up to you. But if you want to see every bet that I make every single day, DM me on Instagram. But Fumble Sports, name of my company, name of my handle on Instagram. But Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram and you'll get every bet that I make every single day. With that said, I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have the best Thursday night of your life. E-Money, thank you for subscribing. I'll see you in the subscriber-only show later tonight, knock on wood. And that said, I will catch you guys later. Until later, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy Thursday night football.